Right guys, I'm going to do a video on making an air rig. Right, you can use a good deal of lines and things. You could use Corda's IQ2 for more of a stiff rig. If you wanted a bit more supple, this is Piet Vogel Rig Solutions Freefall. This stuff is excellent if you've used wide-eyed hooks. This stuff is great. But what I'm going to be making it out of is the stuff I've got on my reel. And this is Corda Sublime. And this is purely just to show you. The hook I'll be using is a Corda Captor. Right. Corda doesn't make the Captor no more. They make a Kamikaze something or other now. Comment down below if you know the proper name of it. I can't think. But yeah, they haven't made these for a year or two now. But I can say these was an excellent hook. Super sharp. You see the little protection nipple on the end? Yeah, they put that on to stop you spiking yourself because they really do come sharp. And like I said, I'm using Sublime. Got a bit less off there. This is about 14-15 inches of it. This is you haven't got to use this much. I'm using this much just to show you. And what we're going to do, we're going to create a small loop right in the end, and then I'll show you how to put baits on it and stuff when we're finished. So your piece of line that you're going to use, we're going to create a small hoop on the end. And I'll normally like to just pull all my hooks. You can buy proper hook pullers and stuff, and knot pullers for finishing off your knots. I mean, me, I'll just use my forceps and either stick the forceps on, or if I'm doing an hook, lean the hook over and pull just slightly over the eye, just there, and then just pull it slightly. Same thing. So what we're going to do is tidy up this tag end here. By the way, it's the third time I've done this video. I've balls it up every time I've done it, but there we go. Nobody's perfect. Well, I mean, I sort of am, but, you know, hey. So, I've just created this little loop, and it's 15 inches of flying. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take our hook. This could be any hook that you desire to use. Anything from a 14 right up to an 8 or a 6. It's entirely up to you. You'll probably struggle to do anything smaller than a 14, really. I mean, I dare say that there is, and you can buy pre-done rigs with them all done and stuff. I know you can, but the method I'm showing you, it's quite hard on anything smaller than a 14, but it can be done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hook that I've just got, and I'm going to take my line with the hoop in the end, and I'm going to feed it through the back of the hook. Right, so there's the tip of the hook, there's the back of the hook, and this line I'm feeding through the back of the hook, and I'm going to pull it down. I'm gonna have to apologise for this, all this out of focus malarkey on me phone. And normally what I'm looking for, oh, we had it then. Yeah, we had it perfect. Can you say, yeah, that's where I'm looking. Roughly the knot I like normally to leave at the flat of the hook there, just there. And then we pinch that together. So now that's going nowhere. Now this long leader piece that we've got left, we're going to wrap it round the shank of the hook there. This part here, that's where we're going to wrap it. He says as his camera slips. Normally 6 to 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And where we went in through the back of the hook, right? So the tip ends here, and that's the back. We're going to go back now through the front. He says, and then we pull. You remember when I said I used my forceps to pull all that knot all nicely together? Now when you do this, guys, don't get sticking it on and going, something incredible, I'm gonna put. Now all I'm looking for is just to tighten up that knot, just a slight pull. That's all you need, and there you have it. Now with this rig, I can put baits on it, which I'll show you in a minute. Or if later on in the day I think, oh, I wish I could use an hookable bait where I could actually hook it onto the hook, well, that's fine. Then just cut off the hoop. Just cut it off, and then that's fine. That's fine. Then you've still got your rig and everything. You ain't got to reset up. And this long end I've got here, like I said, I didn't need to use 15 inches. I just used 15 inches just as an example. I mean, like I said, you wouldn't want to use 15 inches of this stuff because it's quite expensive for what it is. Neither would you want to use 15 inches of that. On average, I'd be using about what would I say, 6-7 inches maybe. Yeah, about 7 inches. I mean, I used a little bit extra because it's easier to show you on camera and stuff, because it can get quite fiddly at times. So now with this, I can take a swivel, because I'm going fishing tomorrow down Imlay Hall in Dudley. Comment down below if you fished it, guys. And I actually quite like a short rig. I'm not too sure of this knot's name than what I'm doing. I'm not even sure if you can see what I'm doing. I'll do another video on knots and stuff, and the knots I use, and the strongest ones that I know. See, again, the forceps will come in. I mean, by all means, go out and buy yourself a proper hook and knot puller. By all means, they're worth the money. I'm all that. You know, unless I'd see one for £1 on the market or something, I wouldn't bother with it. But that's just me. Right, so there we go. There's my rig, and that's about 19-inch rig, probably a little bit more. With this now, I'm going to show you. This is artificial cheese. Yeah. I wish I could say I can comment and say yes, I've used this before, this artificial cheese, but no, I haven't. I'm normally a boilie or a ringer type of person, if you get me. But I'll use this to show you how to rig up the rig on this. Yeah. And how it sits, how it shows on the hook and stuff. will do another video in a bit to show you different knots that I use, like I said. I didn't want to do too much because I know these videos can get quite lengthy. Bear with me, folks. I've lost my little stopper. Right. I'm going to be using one of these, just a little stop end, that's all. I've used the wrong colour. I've got a brown one here in my fingers. I should have really used the yellow if I was using this as a real bait. And there you go, folks. There you go. Obviously, we want to leave that little end on there. And this works all of the time. All of the time. It doesn't matter how the fish take it. As you can see, if the fish swallow it one way, the hook pulls the other. And as he's blowing in and out, sucking at the bottom and picks up the bait, he sucks this in, and the hook clips his lip, and as he tugs off, he pulls all your gear and ends up pulling the hook into his own mouth. But I hope this has helped you guys. Yeah, like I said, I'll do another video in a bit on knots and one thing and the other. I hope you've enjoyed. Cheers, thanks.